Hello everybody, this is Big Nate, and welcome to my nerdom. If y'all haven't met him already, here's my first mate, Quackers the Duck. I'm playing some more RAFT today. Last time we did manage to drop anchor at our first island, and get started on getting some of the start of the more advanced materials in the game. So for the day, if the seas cooperate with us, we'll get to explore another one. And we can actually start getting enough of some clay and sand where we can start making some bricks, which will allow us to start researching some more stuff where we can start actually climbing up the tech tree a little bit. First, of course, gotta make sure you get ourselves some materials. Can't quite reach that barrel, but yeah. Of course, it's not going to float up from the hook. Yeah, probably just hopped out of that barrel. There we go. That's plastic. One thing I will say, if the hook's getting kind of low, when your hook's getting low, you do not want to use up your last bit of plastic, expanding your raft, or just building anything that requires plastic, because then you're going to get stuck having to jump in the water to grab plastic, or just waiting until more plastic floats by if there's none near you. It can kind of get aggravating at times. So basically, the hook just requires 2 plastics, which kind of should keep 2 plastic inventory already. Or you can also just keep a spare hook waiting to go. One of the next things we're going to link to is going to be a chest, which is going to require 8 plastic, because you can see our inventory starting to get a little cluttered up here. Did I miss that one too? I did. I got the point. I can also just be patient and wait till it gets here and just grab it. What's one in that? And you can also we've already used paddle to get our first island, but you can also make sails. It does require quite a bit of palm leaves. And of course, you're kind of in the direction the wind's blowing, but you do have a streamer you can make, which will tell you which way the wind is going to give you an idea of which direction is going to have you moving the fastest. As far as orienting your sail. Let's see, I got 5. I need a couple more. Then get a chest. Oh, shoot. And that's why some people in our audience don't have patience for this darn hook. I'm going to get some more water going too. Because crops, can't remember if I covered this last episode, but you do have to water them. Plus, my guy's going to need some water to drink soon too. Oh man, I missed it. I don't want doing that. We do have our 8 plastic now. Oh, no. No. I swear that 6 looked like an 8, guys. Sorry. Oh, negative stuff. That makes 8. For real this time. There we go. I get some of these seeds. Palm seeds, you can't grow those. You can use to grow palm trees. Oh shoot! I was trying to talk. Oh darn! I must have broke my spear last episode. I guess he's getting that piece. We're gonna make a new spear. There we go. I need to go on my raft too. I want to meet in our research field. I ain't getting that plastic bottle. Oh, shoot. Get away from my crops. We don't have the spare materials for it, but you, right now... Oh, shoot, there's another island. Let's see if we can power that one. But you can make scarecrows. Keep the seagulls away from the crops. I'll give it a little college try, but I don't know if we're going to make it as island. Not with the durability left in this paddle. We'll see. First, I need to make sure we got something to make an anchor, actually, before I waste the rest of this paddle. And yeah, we don't have enough stones. That answers that question, guys. We are not getting it that by now. We'll get some more food, too. Oh yeah, you're fishing, you can move around, too. So while you're waiting for a bite, you can just kind of skim around the edges of your raft and grab stuff as it floats up. When I first started playing this game back in the day, I didn't realize, so I would keep stop fishing and stop to grab stuff. Make it take forever to catch food. It's gonna take forever. He's fishing, not biting. Oh, there we go. Yeah, we got some stuff to eat. I need a fishing pole too. Get some more rope. Yeah, we don't. That's the main reason we get another island is we only have one sand right now. It requires 2 to make our first clay, where we can start unlocking some more research. Oh, yeah, there are also abandoned rafts, which they do tend to have chests on them, where you can get some materials, sometimes stuff you don't even have the research for yet to make yourself. So they can give you a nice head start, especially in the early game for research. That one's pretty far off, and there's no way we're going to reach it since we do not have a sail yet. My fish done. Yep. And my water. Where'd this other guy want to go? Yeah, I know you're hungry, dude. This barrel. And for when you're exploring islands, you can also make bait for the shark that will keep it occupied. I think it's like about 2 minutes about it seems like. Then I'll basically just chew on a bunch of bait instead of you. Another good thing to have ready to go for when you see an island you want to go to is to make sure it's a pomfret and a herring, and then just a little bit of rope to make shark bait. Both those fish you catch pretty frequently. Not anything hard to get. So there's no reason not really at all times to have an anchor in the inventory. Get away. This one's getting pretty close to dead. You see all the marks. Go! Yeah, if you time it right, you can stab the seagulls and can eventually kill them too as well. Oh, that already had water. It just needed the plank. Anything good coming up in the distance? No rafts. No islands. Any more rocks yet? I need an anchor ready. Oh no, wait. I did. I need rope. I'll go ahead and get the anchor force on the lock. I don't know what tab it's under. There we go. Finish clearing out the inventory some. Alright, so as I was saying earlier, and then I think it was the shark came and attacked us, interrupted me. But you can make larger crop pots than the small one that we have potatoes in, and you can actually grow palm trees on your raft for woods and coconuts. And in a medium-sized crop pot, you can grow watermelons in, which are a good source of water and to a lesser extent food. And then pineapples, which give you a little bit more food but less water. So we're not going to grow those for a little while. So go ahead and put them, as well as our sand, metal ore, which we can't do until we get enough bricks for a furnace. And lay in there just so our inventory is not as cluttered. And I'm going to put the anchor in there as well. And the mango seeds. And the mangoes, they kind of give you, it's about an even amount of food and water. Our raft paired up. The shark is chewing on it in other spots. Oh, there. There we go. Oh, anyway, I'm getting some beets built up. Might as well go and cook those. Get some water. Another barrel. Getting somewhere. Oh, I didn't have that. Oh well. Let's expand our raft out a little bit. I initially like to make my raft relatively narrow, as you see, about maybe 3 or 4 deep at the most, and then just extend it out widthwise, that we have more space to run along and grab materials as they get going. And as you get more scrap, which is a lot easier to get from the islands, only thing while you're really moving you can get it from is in the barrels occasionally. Speaking of islands, hey, I'm actually heading right for that one. That was not going to be any problem to get to, guys. And our potatoes are done, and especially before you have a lot of scarecrows, I like to try and make sure I have my crops finished grown and emptied out before I go to an island, because while you're on an island, you're not going to be able to get back in time when you see seagulls pecking away at your taters. Then you're not going to have any taters. I don't know if y'all see the Martian, but when you're around taters, nothing good happens. And oddly enough, when you've got beach potatoes on the grill, seagulls don't care about them. But when they're growing in the dirt, they'll peck away to go. I never understood that one, but hey, I didn't make the game. Just playing it. Get our anchor out. I think we're going to use a paddle for this one, guys. Get it placed ready to go. Let's see. Yep, we got some plastic in stock. So we can do repairs in a raft that the shark tries to chip away for while on the island. I know I'll probably expand out a couple ways right here, just so he, while on the island, doesn't try and eat our research table, grills, purifiers, any of that stuff. There we go. I'm trying to get a barrel. That's why nobody loves you. Yeah, we missed both of those. Yes, he did. I'm getting this one. There we go. Yeah, it looks like there's some kelp / seaweed down there that we'll want to gather some stuff from too as well. Didn't have any of that on the last island. Actually, wasn't even here at all on that first island we got. And there we go. Nope. Okay, I did see him swimming around. Nice try, he ain't eating me today. Good. Some more going. Let's see. Right in there. Probably gonna collect some more of these islands. I'm just going to put these in the inventory just to free up space, just so they can stack up. I don't want to spend the materials on a second chest right now. These are in the chest because we don't need those until we have like a pot or any of those other stuff like that. Get the potatoes out of the way. Oop. Let's kind of put in there. That's good enough. That'll be a decent size for a raft to start. And for the most part initially now, we're just going to be going out on both sides. Varying that a little bit. Not done yet. Yeah, there's probably some melons on the island. I'll check there first before we burn more wood. There we go. So a mango tree. Yep. Also, too, before you go on an island, make sure you always have either a full hook and axe in reserve, or enough hammer. I mean, I'm sorry, enough materials to make another one. Oh, it sucks to get on a decent island and don't you stop and no more stuff's drifting to you. You can't chop down any of the trees or anything on the island because you got no axe. Oh yeah, and later on when you are get stuff researched, you can actually create clothing and dye it. That's what these flowers are here. I'm not going to bother to pick them up right now because they're just going to waste inventory space. We won't be able to use them for quite a while. And they're not anything rare. Pretty much every island is going to have them. I thought I saw another watermelon up there for a second. Oh, not going up on. Oh, inventory is filling up already. Yeah, so just get some of that stuff cleared up. Well, a lot of watermelons in this one. I'm liking that. I don't have to worry about water for a little while. Or food. But the shark's going to chop on our raft again soon. And before I start exploring the oceans down there, we'll make some shark bait. Catch some fish for that. Sometimes the islands, they will have a chest at one of the high points on them, but this one does not. Random number generator seems to be a little stingy today. Alright, looks like you pretty much picked the surface of this one clean. Oh shoot, missed the jump. These seeds I got our inventory now. These toad jellies gonna be coming back soon. This one's about dead. She usually get more start out of the health slower. And kill the sharks too, they are a decent source of food because I believe it's, I don't know if it's 2 or 3. I think it's 2, 2, 3, I think. I think I've seen them drop as many as 3. Of the shark steaks. So they give you, I think it's almost like about 3/4 of a hungry bar they fill up. Alrighty. Clear it out. So I don't want to waste the space. We might have to end up making another chest. Oh, that plastic. Yeah. Well, I can't even craft some of these extra leaves we have into a rope. There's a little space that way. There we go. I'll load up on the planks. There we go. Now we can find a stack. Get this 4 more inventory slots. Right, and then we're going to let's get a pomfret and a heron real quick. Of course, we're sitting still now since we only got the materials while we're fishing, but just gotta wait for him to bite. Question is, will the fish bite first or the shark? It's tilapia, not what I wanted, but we don't catch it quick enough. We might just risk it. Just pomfret. Put this tilapia on the grill. I'll burn it some wood for the inventory. I think the shark heard the word bait. It's hanging around now. And of course, another pomfret. Come on, herring. That's a salmon, which we can't even cook right now. These actually require the larger grill. There's stuff around. I'll put them in the chest. We are a good source of food, so I'm not going to just throw them away, but let's try a different fishing spot. Of course, that's another tilapia. Alright, well, we're just going to risk it. After eat some more food. Fair inventory space. Where was that kelp? Oh my god. Let's go that direction. Hop down another side. There we go. Here's some sand or clay we'll get in here. Need more rocks too. Run low on those. Pretty good. Alright, going back in. About one more hit and I have to wait to heal up. Yeah, didn't give me that time. Trying though. Poor guy's hungry. Whoa, speaking of hungry. I'd rather not die because we're playing solo and I don't want to lose all this stuff. We're going back to fishing. Well, come on. Oh wait, there we go. Even better, he's dead now. Oh, I'm gonna come back soon. Oh, it's actually, I guess we have, I'm only 4. I don't know if I actually ever gotten 4 off of one. Can't remember. Do now have a shark head, so I can actually wear that if I want, but it kind of blocks after you, so I'm not going to. Let's put that in the chest out of the way for now. Right, so now we didn't have to worry about the shark for a little while. And we gather resources with impunity. So, okay, there we go. I knew the kelp was nearby. There we go, seaweed. There we are. More. I'd like to have more than one of those. There we go. Now, what I want to mainly get is rocks, clay, and sand. And you can't make oxygen bottles too late. It let you stay under longer. And once you get enough clay and bricks, we get the furnace researched. And then you initially make wet clay bricks, and they have to dry on your raft. I think it's about like an in-game day or so it takes for them to dry. Then you can make a furnace, and you can start actually smelting metal, and you can make better spears and everything. So it doesn't take, like 30 hits to kill the shark anymore. Oh wait, underwater chest. Question is, do I have the inventory space for everything in here? Nope. As you see where the boxes floating on up. Actually, where they float to? I lose all that stuff. Gosh dang it. Okay, there. Alright. So, can I do that? Alright. Make those two in a row. What's that? I'll use that mango seed. There we go. Oh, we got this one here. Should have known not to do that. Alright, now we go to our research table. We can actually research some of the stuff. Oh, apparently I have some leaves stored in here. Accidentally used as a property storage. And do not ever research anything that you do not want to use up, because when you research it, it does use up one of it. Actually, yeah, it went from 4 to 3 hinges. There's large crop pots I was talking about, large chests we can make now, and the initial anchors, which are basically disposable. The stationary anchor here, you can actually pick up and reuse. That does save you a lot on materials. Initially, when you're using a disposable anchor, I would only try to go to islands that are relatively large, so you're actually going to get benefit out of the materials you use to make the anchor. There's a metal fishing rod that lasts longer. Scrap hook instead of a plastic hook, which this should be more fastable, it lasts a lot longer, and you have to throw a farther throw distance on that. You got the metal axe, which is the same thing, it's a lot durable and faster. You don't spend as much time chopping. And I said start. There's binoculars. I'm taking a look at some of the stuff you get. There's nets, which you can catch bugs, stuff like that. And then spears. Get yourselves a bow. Clock, if you want to know what time it is. There's that larger grill I was telling you about. We're cooking larger stuff like salmon. Paint, milk, dye clothes. Smelter, which is what we want. So we're going to have to make some clay bricks and dry them and then research that and then unlock it. Because yeah, anything that's green, you've already researched. Anything that's grayed out like that are items you need to research to unlock that technology. Let's see, I can go ahead and actually craft these, and that will free us up one inventory slot. And to dry these, all you do is you just take any spot on your raft and you just place them out just like that. And then they'll stop looking shiny, and you just pick them up, and then you got dry bricks. Alright, so we gotta research the scrap. Let me check. Research that. Here are some things that can't be researched. It'll be red when you place it in there. Alright, good stones. Research rope. Alright, so that's all the research we get at the moment until those bricks dry. Go ahead and top off our food and water. We have some more inventory spaces. Let's see. And there, we can actually make one of those now, but I would say because we can't make bolts yet, so I'm going to save those materials. But yeah, some more new stuff we can work with. Since we do have 3 hinges, I think I will make one of these larger chests. Because inventory space we're really struggling on right now. Alright. There we go. Also looks a little more legit and less janky than the plastic chest. Alright. Let's see. Put these over here. Basically make one of these like our food chest. Probably do this larger one in all honesty. And there are seeds in one. I'm going to go do those recipes into that one. You can also just shift click. I don't know why I'm clicking at dragon. I'm sure somebody's been yelling at their screen the past, I don't know, was it? Yeah, 3 episodes now about why I'm doing that. So, sorry. There we go. And as for now, I'm just going to can't do anything with those. These are going to go in there for now too as well. And seeds. Not really good, but they can still in there. Just not kind of use for it at the moment. Oh, yeah, I can get some more fish cooking. What am I doing? Save this pomfret, because that's what we use for shark bait. I get some of that shark bait cooking for us. Water. What, a shark? Oh, nope, he has respawned. He has respawned. No doubt about that. Alright, so my health's down. And I honestly don't think y'all... Come on. I'm trying to talk, guy. Sorry, guys. He's really rude. Alright, now everything's here. As I was trying to say... I don't think y'all want to sit here while I try and catch a herring for who knows how long. And all that's really left for me doing this island is just grab some materials off the ocean floor. And y'all see me do that. I'm rather interested in having y'all, watch that and being bored to death. I'm going to go ahead and wrap this one up here and just do some stuff off camera. I appreciate y'all watching as always. And if y'all have any suggestions or anything particularly let me say talk about RAFT or even another game, just let me know in the comments down below. Be sure to like the video until I started making YouTube videos myself. I did not realize how much that does actually help any content creator, not just me, but anybody you watch, helps them out a lot. And of course, if you like and you want to see more, go ahead and subscribe, and I'm just going to relax and fish. And finish getting some materials for the next episode.